sunshine. Oh, you fine, fine. Like you got angels in your bloodline. I just wanna see you shine. Just give me a sign. I'm trying to get in time with your waistline. If I let you fuck, it's gonna be a problem. I'm just.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jodessy. Right now I'm really hot. I look sweaty because I just came from work. And yeah, I started a third job, so I just tend to take a bite off a lot on my plate. So that's just what we're doing. So I apologize in advance. This is going to be a story time because I feel like I haven't told a story time in a while. This is going to be the story of the time that my sister broke up with my boyfriend. Yeah, you heard it right. My sister broke up with my boyfriend. So basically this story happened sophomore year of high school. So if you know who I was dating at the time, you know. So if you remember, I told you guys that we used to cut school to go to the beach. And this started, I want to say, like the end of freshman year when we would start this. So we started this at the end of freshman year. And at the end of freshman year, at the beach, I met this guy. Now, I did not have my glasses on. So I did not see him clearly. You know, it was blurry. It was blurry. So I was like, ooh. But like that was my first boyfriend ever. Like I never had a boyfriend before that. So I was just like, oh my God, a guy is taking interest in me. So I really didn't care what he looked like. But he was around my height, my skin tone or whatever. But I couldn't really see any real identifications. I gave him my number. We were texting that whole summer before sophomore year. And then sophomore year, I got my glasses and I went to go see what I did, you know. Last summer, I was like, ooh. He wasn't that cute. He was okay, but he wasn't that cute, right? So I see him. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I start school the first day of school. And in my math class, I turn to my left. And there's the cutest boy I ever seen. The cutest boy I ever seen. I was just like, whew. So he flirting with me. I'm flirting back. I'm like, ooh. We flirting with each other. You feel me? He's flirting with me. I'm flirting back. I'm flirting back. And it's reciprocation. And we over here always giggling in class, right? Always giggling in class. Yes, I knew I had a boyfriend. He didn't know I had a boyfriend because I wasn't about to volunteer no information, especially stuff that's going to block my shine, my flow, whatever. Like, I'm not about to volunteer that information you thought I was going to. No, it wasn't saying nothing, right? So then I had a huge crush. This going on for like a month or 2 months, right? So I didn't really like my boyfriend, so I would like go out of my way to avoid him. So like if I knew, because sometimes he would see like, oh, I walk this way for class, so I would try to walk the other way. So one of these days I was, of course, trying to avoid him. So I decided to walk a different way to class. And I'm coming down the stairs. And who do I see? I see my boyfriend. And I'm like. And then I keep going down the stairs. And now I can see who the man talking to. Why is he talking to my crush? Why do they know each other? Why are they best friends? My face fell. So, of course, I just stepped off of the thing. My boyfriend grabs me and he kisses me. And he grabs me, kisses me. And literally, this is us because I'm just here like. And he grabs me and kisses me. And my crush's mouth, he was just like. That's how you could tell he really liked me. I'm so bad. That's how you could tell he really liked me. So he's like, wait, since when? And I was just like annoyed and upset. So I just walked away. I was just like, and then he's like, no, wait, since when? And I just kept walking. Like I didn't want to entertain the conversation because I was mad that had just happened. Like my little boo thing and my boyfriend are best friends. What? But I should actually name this video, I tried to get with his best friend. What? I was so mad. So, needless to say, my crush stopped talking to me that way. Like, he would really not talk to me anymore. And I was so sad. Like, he wasn't with the flirting stuff no more. He was a good friend. But I didn't even want his friend. I want him. But I was so sad because I was like, why I gotta go to the beach? You know what? This is God getting me for cutting class and going to the beach. Because how this happened? Like, honestly, had I never cut class and never went to the beach and never agreed to date this boy, I would have met the other one first. And then, you don't know, we would have been married. When I tell you the boy looked good. That's weird me saying it now at 26 because, like, I remember him at, like, 14. But 14-year-old me thought he looked good. I don't remember what he looks like now. I haven't seen him in years, but I was, like, starstruck. He was so cute, and he was so sweet. He was so sweet because, like, he looked good, but his sister, like, she would get bullied, and then he would sit there and, like, stand up for his sister, and he would, like, go try to fight people for... It was just, like, it was a Flatbush love story. Like, it would have been a Flatbush love story if I wasn't dating the other one. So then, about a month or two later, I'm just fed up. I'm like, yo, I just want to break up with this dude because I'm tired of walking different ways to class. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of, like, going out my way to avoid him. So I called him up one day, and I'm babysitting. And I was like, yo, this ain't working for me. And he's like, what? And he's like, this. I'm like, yeah, it's not working for me. He's like, can you tell me why? And I was like, oh, you can ask any. I said something stupidly. You can ask anybody. I don't give reasons. Like, but mind you, he's my first boyfriend. So how is he supposed to ask somebody? I don't know. I thought that made me look cool or something. But, like, whatever. So I didn't give the poor boy a reason, because how am I supposed to sit there and say, like, well, I like your friend, and, like, I'm hoping he will still give me a chance if we break up. He did not. But here's where it came in. I broke up with him. I hung up. He called me back. I ignored it. He called me back. I ignored it. He called me back. I ignored it. He texted me, and I was like, oh my god. So he started texting me, writing me on social media, blah, 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 blah. So I go to my sister, and if you know anything about my sisters and I, is that we all have the same... You okay, Toph? We all have the same voice. So I did not feel like entertaining the conversation anymore. So I gave my cell phone to my sister, and I said, listen, he's going to call you right back, and he's going to be crying and upset because I broke up with him, and he needs to understand that I'm not doing this, and I don't feel like entertaining the conversation because I was never in love with you, and I never really liked you, so I didn't really care. So I gave my sister the phone, and you know what my sister did? She sat there with this boy on the phone for like an hour while he cried, and after she got off the phone, she informed me. Like, I came back in the room. I was like, oh, is he gone? She's like, yeah. And you know what? She informed me. She sat there and she told me, she's like, yeah, so we decided that it's going to be a break and that you guys maybe might get back together. And I'm looking at her like, so what you're telling me is that you have a boyfriend, because I did not decide anything. I decided that Desi, was done with this relationship. You decided, you decided that you was dating, that you was on a break with him, because I was broken up, so you could be on a break with him. And I was like, ooh, well, all that's going to happen is I'm just going to ignore him, and he's going to get the hint that it's broken up. It's not a break. So that's what I did. I ignored him. And then he said, and then this girl tried to fight, like, and then 2 years later, this girl tried to fight me for breaking his heart. And I was like, bitch, what? I didn't even know you. You didn't even know him when I broke his heart. Why are you trying to fight? High school girls are so weird. I got to tell you guys that story. So that's going to be the next story, okay? That's going to be the next story. And thank you guys so much. You guys will see me, your girl Jodessy, a little bit later. Bye, guys.